Mic test, mic test, mic test, mic test. What's good with y'all, man? Let me get my let me pop out the chat and turn on my OBS real quick. But we in the building, man. We in the building. Heads up, this was supposed to be a stream earlier, but I was very tired. So I chose to move it back. But we should be live on YouTube and playback here. So I'm thinking on a week-to-week basis, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna have these streams where we basically recap the week, break down some hoops, some standout players that have impressed me or have recently caught my eye, and things like that. I found a new basketball site, and I'm very excited for this site too. This site is what I'm going to use as the vehicle for us to basically break down film and whatnot. I'm thinking the first game I want to look at again in detail is the Rockets versus OKC game. I don't want to stream for too long today because I'm actually going to the Pistons game later on, which is, I believe, at like 3:30. So we're going to be looking at the tail end of Rockets OKC and also the Golden State Denver game. Those are going to be like my primary focuses. I want to really focus on the role players and some of the star players as well. But let me pull up the Rockets game real quick to make sure y'all can see. And my Steam Deck seems to be cooked for some reason, so I gotta turn on my lights a different way. But hope everyone's doing good, man. I just woke up, so I understand if it's quite early for other people, but we here. Let me get this up here. I don't see my my lights. Okay, we'll do it this way. That's fine. Elgato light. There we go. Cool. And then I can now cam up here through OBS. Let me know if y'all can see me right now. Start virtual camera, then OBS virtual camera. Perfect, chat. Right now, can y'all see me or no? Can y'all see me or no, chat? Let me know. Yes. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right. So I could do it this way because I'm noticing that since it's just me, the entire thing is spotlit. That actually might be better than actually trying to share this through playback because we know playback be glitches sometimes. I'm gonna minus these and close out of these. In the meantime, y'all can let me know in chat what stands out the most for y'all. But this is the new website that I found. It's very in depth. It shows a lot of the basketball things that we know and love. Let me go to the day one game here. I really want to focus the end of the game. To me, the game ball deserves to go to Cason Wallace in game one. I thought he did a lot of very important things for the Oklahoma City Thunder. In fact, so much so that he didn't play towards the end. So what I want to see here, I want to look at the end of the game. So let's pop that up here. Oh, I forgot my green screen is here. So let me pull up my green screen too. Oh, while we at it. Is my green screen working? I believe so. Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm gonna move my camera slightly so it's not to the side, and then we'll just inch this in a tad bit. A little bit ghetto, but I'm gonna make this shit work for today. What's good, Nelly? How's it going? I slept extremely well, so I don't really regret my choice. But moving forward, these streams will be better organized. So what's good, Lorenz? Good morning. How's it going? How's it going? Heads up, chat. I don't know what game I'm gonna I don't know what game I'm going to stream late night tonight because I'm going to the Pistons game, and then after that, I want to work on some content for the channel. So I might not stream tonight. If I do, it'll be one of the later games between the Lakers game and also the Portland game. So that's that. But we are going to be locked in on the OKC game. So we're here. I want to start in the fourth quarter because that to me is where OKC really struck back. I know Shea had like some great shots, but I want to focus on that. So let's start here. I know you guys won't be able to hear audio. Part of that for me is fine because of the copyright stuff. So I'll just make sure that we in depth actually analyze the plays and whatnot. But I need to see like the actual moving chart film here. This is just showing me every isolated possession battle here. So let me see real quick. I haven't really used this site until now because I found it yesterday, but I hate to hear that Lorenz is suffering from sinus stuff because I was going through that for a long time. Had me a lot of honey, so I'm good now. View in search. Oh, okay. So you know what? Okay, cool. I think I can now filter this for the fourth quarter. Period. Yes. Okay. Period. 4. So if I start at the bottom here, will that take me to the beginning of the fourth? Let's see. This man Jamar is waking up with the honey packs out of pocket. Okay. Let me start right here. All right. So I think something that makes this OKC team really dangerous is that they have depth, but their main goal is to disrupt you defensively. And in my opinion, they're the best at turning defense into offense, right? So they already play good defense initially here on the possession, but not much time. And by the way, that's a really good contest on Reed Shepherd there. And they simply move the ball extremely quick. So they're already out, right? Like listen, I cannot say this enough. And I'm pretty sure that's AJ Mitchell right there, right? Look at how fast AJ Mitchell moves, chat. He goes from being the one to initially contest the shot, right? And then when you fast forward this clip, look at where he's at. He's already out. Already out. So now they don't even have time to establish. And see, this is the other thing, right? I like the Rockets, but the interesting part about them going tall ball is they're going to naturally be slower in transition. Now, granted, they didn't have Amin at the end of the game, all that stuff. I hear that. But if you have 3, 6, 6'11" guys, they're not going to be as fast with their mobility. And that's why AJ Mitchell here quickly gets out and pretty much has like a wide open layup. Yeah, Rockets absolutely need a point guard. By the way, shout out to AJ Mitchell. In my opinion, he's been the most important player off of the bench for the entire season for all the teams. In my opinion, I think he's been everything for the Thunder. His agent made him sign a 360 of hell. He's making $9 million. This player right here is making $9 million, not for a season, for 3 years. He signed a 3-year like, I know that we say a lot about team building. For you to get a player like AJ Mitchell on a $9 million 360 of hell, shout out to you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. A $9 million contract. You can look it up. It's wild. I believe this is autoplay. So let's see. Oh, interesting. So it doesn't autoplay the right way. So like it's flipped. It starts at the end. I don't know how to change that. Let me see here. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4 game flow, let's try that. He's the best. Yeah, I've been saying this for like a time now. OKC's books financially for this entire run might be more impressive than them actually winning the title. Like they have really orchestrated right timing for a lot of their roster needs, and I'm pretty sure their young players are going to be able to replace some of the older players that they don't want to pay, which I think is a good thing for them, honestly. I'm trying to see how we get like the best flow to the game here. I haven't used the site before, so my apologies, but this is a good site. I might need to begin at the very beginning. Let me try here. So this is from the end of the fourth quarter. Can I get this to show the beginning? Okay, here, boom. Yeah. So now if I do this and go to the end here, it should move on to the next play. Let's see. It just keeps on repeating. How do I make that not repeat? Next play will be this one, right? Okay. Okay. So I do want to ask this, right? How real do we think Operating Shingun shooting is this season? Because this is a above the break trailing 3. I want to show this, right? So he trails the play here. And look at where the shot is. Like, that's not bad defense from Hartenstein because no one in the scouting report says he's going to shoot the ball from there. The confidence from him to even pull something like this is really crazy to me. And he does hit it. Now, he hit 5 threes in this game. I don't think he's going to average 5 threes made per game, but I think the fact that he had the willingness to shoot the ball from right there speaks to the work that he absolutely put in, I think, in this offseason. He was the best player on the floor for the majority of this game until Shea really took the game over in fourth quarter plus the OTs. But I think the one thing that I don't like is he has to initiate a lot of offense because they don't have a real point guard. And in theory, like, that sounds cool. That sounds good. But I promise you that's probably not how they want it to be, you know? Koo said one graphic was the Thunder 3-point defense is number 1 in the league last year. They allow the most threes. I mean, I hear that, right? I do hear that. But this is a shot that you live with if you're OKC. And he hits it in the fourth quarter, you know? What's good, Alan? We are taking a look at film. Initially, this event was supposed to be at 10, but I was mad tired, so we just chose to reset it to 12. I'm not going to make this a super long stream. This is the first, but once we develop some rhythm, I'm going to be churning these out consistently. And each Sunday, it'll be something different. So like this week, it's film. Next week is probably going to be tier listing the teams or the players after we have some more data. And then week 3 might be where we have people in the NBA conversation in terms of DPOY, MVP, stuff like that, you know? I'm thinking about having a stream where we look at all NBA role players and just like who's being the best role players this week in the league. I think that would also be fun. But let's keep it going here. So here we have. So this is kind of a de facto zone. They have all 3 guys on ball here. They don't care if he shoots. AJ Mitchell is wide open in the corner here. And look at what AJ Mitchell is doing, bro. Like, I know that seems like such a small play, but there's so many people, right, who would just stand here and hope they get the ball from 3 and just shoot the 3. Instead, he cuts into the open space right here. You see this right here? Like, as soon as Chet gets the ball, he knows, okay, they're all selling out hard on him here. If I simply run to the basket, I will have an open shot in the paint. And the funny part about this is this opens up a pass back to the corner 3 if he wanted that possession. But again, that's a free shot for him. Like, there literally is no contest on this shot at all until the very end. And at that point, his shot's already up. So there really is no defense. That is a wide open layup. Like, this is the stuff AJ Mitchell was doing the entire game. Zeno, was good with you in the YouTube chat. When are we talking about VJ being the best rookie in the class? I think that's very important. VJ is on the end of this as well. There's a couple of possessions I want to go through as well with him. VJ had a spectacular beginning to his time. Even yesterday, he had some very important plays in their win over the Charlotte Hornets. Okay, so Reed Sheppard here swings here to a Josh Okogie 3. Misses. Once again, AJ Mitchell is getting the ball to push it in transition right here. And then that segues into the next play here. Nope, it repeated. What's wrong with this site? I turned off autoplay, so it should stop, right? That's fine. I'll just manually do it. If we go here, this is, I believe, the next play. So this is at I believe 10:37 here. I don't know if I love the Wiggins 3 that much right here. That could probably be slightly better. He kind of just came up. It's an open shot, I guess, so I don't hate it, but I feel like there's a better shot you can get here, but that's fine. He misses the shot here, which leads to the next play here into a Jabari Smith take. I do want to point this out. This site is called NBA Play DB. So here's my issue, right? Reed Sheppard to me is going to be good. I think it'll take some time, but I think he will turn into a good player. The problem is he can't really blow by a lot of his matchups. And I think right here is the prime example, right? He gets to a spot, he picks up his dribble. Chat, once you pick up your dribble, you're done. It's either a shot or a pass at that point. The problem is he's going up against a guy who has more height than him. So as soon as he picks up his dribble, there's pretty much no hope for a shot here at all for him, which leads to him holding onto the ball, having to pass out, which is draining more time off of the clock, which leads into this shot, which is a contested shot from Jabari Smith, which I understand he had to get to quickly because there wasn't any time left. But again, you initially have 9 seconds to get a shot here. I forget if he makes the shot right here or not, but that's what they had. Now, he does make it. He does make it, which speaks to his improvement as, as a player. But this is the problem with not having a real point guard. Gee, he airballed that? I forgot he airballed that shot. Okay, hang on. So this is AJ probing. He passes there. That's a wide open pass to Caruso. They could have called a foul here, low key. Maybe Sengun flopped here, though. That might be a flop. That might be a flop for Sengun right there, low key. Yeah. I don't think I hate the shot, but he just misses everything here. All right, good. Autoplay's working now. Autoplay's working now, chat. I want to see that again. And see, this is the problem, right? Like he can't really get by his initial defender. So it leads to him, again, having to take a 14-foot shot right here, which, like, I guess he can make that shot. I just feel like that's a harder shot for him to make. And I think this is a great seal from OKC to make sure they get the board. And the whole point of the Rockets playing big is to make sure they get every rebound. If they're not getting the boards and their offense isn't that good, it doesn't really help them out like that. So this leads directly into the Chet shot right here. I'm pretty sure. I believe I can zoom in on this too. So like I might do that later. Jesus Christ, he was really flame throwing shots in this game, man. Like that's near the logo. Slides down in open space, and then right there, that's a shot. Yeah. But see, they're paying attention to what their scouting report is. No one is thinking to guard Şengün from three like that because he's not a primary three-point shooter. If he's hitting those types of shots, it changes the floor chemistry for the entire team. I think that could be huge for him. I don't know how much I buy into it. I need to see more of a sample size, but the fact that he's not afraid to shoot that shot does say a lot, honestly. Both better than Zion. Respect, KB. Respect. Hartenstein floater, pretty good there. I think this is an offensive foul here. Oh, he got him. Yeah. Very good defense, man. Which is the thing OKC wears their hat on, you know? Yeah. So this is a turnover. Let's see what they do here. Oh, it's this. That leads to free throws. I'm gonna go to the next play. Starting here. Yeah, they really like to offensively disrupt teams on defense. That is their style. Great pass from Chet too. By the way, Chet Holmgren stepping up as much as he has. This is the Chet people were hoping to see last year before he got hurt. I think right now he's playing pretty well. I think Chet kind of went quiet in the second half, but to me, that made room for Shea to really step up, which is fine for them, you know? Chet making better passes. Yeah, that was huge. That was huge for sure. Oh, no, he did. Chet killed them last night for sure. That's a great play from Amen Thompson, but I think he misses the shot. Yep. Is there a way for me to filter the I'm gonna go back real quick. I think I can actually filter out a rebound. I just want to see raw possessions. Let me see. Is it play type? It might be play type. Hang on, let me see. Player involvement, play characteristics. Hey, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. I'll just live with it. It's cool. Let's go back here and go to like the third slide here. Next play. Why is it rebounding so much? This is called NBA Play DB. I'm looking for the the web page isn't updated. I think it's kind of glitchy, but I'm gonna be able to work around it next. I wanted to like test this out for a stream just to make sure things look good, and then we'll see how things play out. But it takes time, you know. Yeah. So this is a 2 at 8:50 left in the game. Yeah, that's kind of bad. I'm gonna change this one more time, and then if this doesn't work, then we'll just go to League Pass because I have League Pass. October 21st, right? Yeah. So go here, and then view and search, and then go to the fourth quarter period. And then I want to get rid of the repeats, but the repeats show everything in terms of like boards, all that type of stuff. I still got to get like fully adjusted to using this, but it's a work in progress. So that ends the fourth quarter. We're looking for the beginning of it, so I will need to flip this like this. And then click this and then go to the third slide. All right, I think we're good now. Let's see. Hang on. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. There was a near fire, but we're all good. Let's get back to it. I need to go to the next play. This site is updating now, I think. Let's go back to here. So this is at 10:14, and that is the tough two. Okay, cool. So let's go to the next play now. Yeah, if it was good with you. This is called NBA Play DB. This is the closest website I've seen to replicate the other sites. This has every type of play type on here as well, and it has a lot of cool filters. I haven't tried using it on stream yet, so we're trying it today. But after this, we're gonna go quickly into the Golden State game. I'm trying to find like the right plays at the very, very end. So let me go to the fourth play here and then go here. At the fourth quarter. All right, here. Okay. Yep. So he shoots this right here, bricks it, and then it says here after Kaysen gets the board, he turns it over. How does he turn the ball over? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, a lot of size here. Oh wow. Okay, so he tries to make a play for Alex here, but turns the ball over because Amin Thompson is just a demon. Okay. I don't think I understand how crazy this is, right? Alex cuts. Last minute, Ahmed Thompson realized he's cutting and is so athletic and long that he's able to help disrupt that, which makes a turnover for Kaysen Wallace. Yeah, he's different. He's definitely different. He's definitely different. Okay. At Gifted, I think the fact that OKC made KD work for every offensive position in the first half may have tired him out. I mean, that's possible. KD did look very tired. Amin and Şengün were doing decent, but the problem with this is if you don't have a point guard to help initiate, in the fourth quarter plus the OTs, that's when you need KD to use his shot making to bail you out. He can't be like consistently in the corner. Like, look at that shot. That is like he was going crazy, bro. I'm sorry. Like, he did that on Chet. And this is not a shot that Chet is expecting. But the reason why it worked so well, and I think he partially only shot this because once he felt Chet reach in right there, Going into the shot right there is going to get you a foul. And I'm pretty sure he knows that. And one. That's crazy, bro. So then here we have a shot attempt from AJ Mitchell. Let me see. Yeah, it didn't. And like, I'm wondering how consistent that's going to stay as a thing for Sengun, because he was mainly just a big who thrived in the paint. If he can add that skill and versatility to his game, he's going to be a very different. And changes really a lot of the floor mapping too. Do I hate this shot? Let me see. Is that a pass from Shai, or does it get deflected into him? Let me see here. No, that's a good pass from Shai. Okay. As soon as they get a decent table setting point guard, I think everybody will eat off Sengun. Yeah, most likely. A good shot right there from AJ. I don't hate that shot. I gotta say this, man. I think the most impressive thing from Ahmed that I saw was how quickly he threw these passes. Look at how fast this pass goes. As soon as he rolls, he throws it quickly and early before the defense has time to react. To me, the way that you can like help be a threat to OKC is making quick decisions. Their defense tries to make you scramble and really overreact. He threw the pass as soon as he saw it. Yeah, if it said, was Jokic able to get you decent points for fantasy? Yeah. It's funny because Jokic is not trying to score the ball right now. That being said, he gave me a triple-double, so he gave me 71 fantasy points. I'm up like 61, which probably won't be enough. I need Luka to not play. If Luka doesn't play, I might actually have a chance, but we'll see. I don't know. And that leads into a foul. Yep. Those are free throws here. I want to look at this 3-point here from Lu Dort. Yeah, he literally had one field goal in the first half with 11 assists. Like, he's funny. I think when you play a more competitive team, he's going to actually need to score, though. You know? Okay, Sengun right here from the top. Like, that shot, he's confident in. He missed the shot, but he looks like that's the shot he wanted to get to. It doesn't feel forced from him, which is a very big difference. Oh my gosh, Shai is different. I'm sorry. Do you see this right here? Like, I know a lot of people get mad about the Shai free throw, this and that, but look at his game though. Like, he goes in, pulls the ball back out, waits for the ball screen here, and then as soon as he sees Operation Sengun's legs like this, he knows that he cannot get back left. So he quickly splits his live handle this way, and Sengun is cooked. Sengun is cooked. He reaches too late. That's a wide open layup. He's crazy, man. I turn off autoplay. My phone. Let me turn it on, and then go to the shot here. Now, these are the reads from Sengun that he's been making since he entered the league. Quick passes where he notices the cutter. Now, I think Amin is signaling for Jabari to go up, but instead he ignores that. I say that because his hand right here is pointing come back this way, but instead he goes here because The big is guarding, and okay, this is what makes him dangerous, right? Because he's handling the ball up top, he brings the big out of the paint. And since the Rockets have more size, they're going to have more mismatches, right? He understands this, which is why he doesn't cut up from here. And because of that, that leads to a good enough entry pass, which he's tall, so he's going to be able to go get the ball right there. And then there's not enough size really there enough to contest him. So that is open for him pretty much. Yafet said Şengün should have came up higher when he saw Ihart set the screen. Amin needs to stay up near the three so Jabbar can operate in the dunker. Yeah, but the problem with that is Amin isn't going to get respected at the 3-point line at all. They're going to still dig down. I think that's why Amin tried to go to the corner. Yeah. Which, I got to be honest, I don't think I love the Amin threes as much in this game. I don't need Amin to shoot 8 threes a game at maybe 25%. You need Amin to be comfortable. Like, listen, just attack the open space most times. Occasionally shoot the shot. My thing is don't just stand there. Make a play as soon as you get the ball. But he shot so many times. Yeah. Which I counted those as honestly, they were turnovers, if you think about it. Ito said, I don't know, 25% is a lot. I'm being trolled. 25% on 8 threes, it is horrible. If they don't have any perimeter pressure, Şengün and KD can't operate. Yeah. Which is why just having Van Fleet changes a lot, man. Truly. I can't lie to you. Lu Dort was a brick this game. I got to go to the end, I think, and then the only thing I don't like is that on this site, to get to the next play, you have to technically be at the very last play every time. But oh yeah. They play good defense for sure. Like, chat, look at how far back Şengün is. Again, he misses this shot, but he is very confident in pulling from that far. He was not that confident last year in these types of shots. I don't think I love this shot per se, but the fact that he was super confident shows you that he really worked on it this offseason. Absolutely. Ito said, what point guard would I trade for? So, we need to think of a guard that can initiate offense and make entry passes and can shoot the ball. There is a point guard I'm thinking of, but he's kind of cooked right now, for being honest. I was gonna say Conley, but he's older. He's more of, I think, a vet presence. I don't think they need Mike Conley to do a lot. They just need him to pass the ball, which he knows how to do. Kobe White isn't a bad shot. I just think the assets you would have to include to get him might be a bit too steep for the Rockets. He's hurt right now too, so also being healthy is a thing. Emperor said LaMelo. Gang. They don't have the money to trade for a player like him. I thought Colin would be really good, but I'm okay. I think Colin can pass. I don't know how good Colin is at establishing entry passes though. I think he'd be valid though. Who else am I thinking of on the market at the point guard spot? I can't think of any more names right now, but those were the first two. Fair, but he's a decent 3-point shooter and puts pressure on the rim. Yeah, it has to be a player that's not worth that much money because I'm pretty sure the Rockets are going to be over the second apron, so they're not going to have as much financial flexibility to really get that unless they trade a big piece that is making money, which I don't know. Kings don't want to keep him, but I think he's making 24. So he's probably not there either. All right, so this is one of the free throws that people complain about. Let's see if Shai gets fouled. So I want to point this out, right? This is how I think Shai views basketball, right? As soon as he sees Sengun put his hand out, notice he drives in right here. And once he sees that, he flexes that, and that leads to more contact. That's a foul to me. The problem is he aggressively shows it more than a lot of players in the league to me. Which obviously he makes both free throws, I believe. Next play, let's go here. Gee, he missed everything, didn't he? Wow. I think he sees the help defense behind Sengun and saw that Sengun. Yeah. And as soon as you reach out with Shai, you're dead. He's going to the line once you do that. Yeah. This is a vintage KD shot right here. And notice how Ahmed quickly throws the pass immediately. Dort crashes out, which I find this so funny because he doesn't even jump at the shot the right way to me. Like, he jumps past him. If he jumped up vertically instead, that would be a better contest, but he doesn't, which leads to a quick flyby. And then this shot right here is vintage KD. He's making that. See, this is what I love to see. Amin uses his speed quickly and is able to easily get to his spot shot right there. These are shots I want to see more of. Like, if he catches the ball in the corner, explosively go and dive, and you might get fouled more. Shai's here. Right now, it's a 6-point game. So at this point, a lot of people felt like, okay, the Rockets are going to probably win this game here. If they had, they don't have enough 3-point shooting right now to like really leverage the damage Ahmed can make, which is tough. But I think that is their next goal. But that's why they drafted Reed Sheppard. Like they were hoping to get a guard who could really be lights out, and Reed just isn't there yet, you know. But I also kind of feel like Reed needed to play more games last year to help fast track his player development, because now this season is going to be really his first year, which is what last year should have been, you know? So this was called a foul as well from Shai. Let's see what he does again here. Like, Chet, I hate when teams don't play a young player for an entire year and then are surprised when they play him in the second year how much he needs to actually develop. To me, you only develop by actually playing real game minutes, watching the film back, and working on your flaws in the offseason. When you play in the G League for a whole year, that's cool. That's cool, right? But that's not going to replicate actual NBA comp to me. Exactly, Yafit, which I don't understand it, because if he's more confident doing that with Reed this year than last year. I would have much rather he did this last year. I mean, that's fair, though. Yeah. Yeah, that's a foul. All right, so this is now a 4-point game here. KD? Why did he try to bounce past that? I think he was struggling to give Cam Whitmore, Jalen Green, Aaron Holiday. I mean, yeah, in my opinion, I wouldn't have tried to play Holiday as much because he's not going to be long term for this team. Was good, Newski. I think that Jalen Green. Okay, that makes sense. I hear that. Cam Whitmore is tough because they never really liked Cam Whitmore on this team, and he also wound up not playing as many minutes. Yes. I'm looking at the end of the Rockets OKC game, how the Rockets offense looks and what OKC does extremely well. So this says bad pass. Let's see what he does here, right? So he quickly finds the ball here. Wow. Okay. That is Cason Wallace. If you're Kevin Durant, why are you passing the ball low next to one of the guys who is extremely well at getting steals? Why is that not a chest pass to Ahmed? Which, by the way, if he makes a regular pass, Ahmed can explode to the basket or hit the corner. Like, there's many things you can do here. Instead, this is a turnover, which leads to a Shea 2, I think. I think so. It was good, Donda. Like, bro, I'm sorry. He missed this, but, like, it's the space that Shea creates. Because right here, like, look, he is already out of position for the shot because Shea is leveraging the 2. He is also saying, I know that I'm faster than you, so I know you're going to follow me this way to cut off the angle for the layup. That's a counter. Again, he misses it, but that's a great shot for him. All great players have good counters. Okay. That leads to a Hart layup right there. Okay, cool. I don't know why they showed it in that way, but it's fine. This is a Ahmed layup. I think this is right before he goes down. Like, he just gets that easily. And again, that's on Cason Wallace, bro. He spins him out the way layup. He's going to be nice. A good door pass right there. Chet has either the layup here or the pass over here to Cason wide open, but obviously size. I mean, you take that. I'm not mad at that. So here you have Ahmed right here. He splits going downhill, goes right at Chet, and again uses his strength to push Chet out the way for the layup. I mean, it's almost like they need Jalen Williams because he's very good at basketball and he's like their next best player, which a lot of people just didn't want to say. It's weird to me, but hey. All right, so there's 2 minutes left here. Like, this is what I'd be saying. I know Cason Wallace isn't going to have like the loudest box score, but what he was doing on both ends, defensively and offensively, is huge. I mean, this is a shot that the Thunder need to get back in this game because, again, 2 minutes left. Every shot right here matters. It's extremely crucial. Shot right there with confidence. And then that leads into the Amen Thompson turnover, which I want to see exactly how that happened. And look who it is. And look who it is on Amen Thompson. So, if y'all remember, right, on the last play that we just showed, Amen Thompson spun directly off of who? Cason Wallace, and got a layup, right? So this time, he puts his hand up, which leads to him trying to make this pass, but it's a bump steal, and they get out. Now, This is why Shea puts up so many points too, by the way, right? He sees the ball is loose, immediately he's running up for it. Immediately. And then that leads to a shot from him, which I think he makes right here. Oh my God, bro. Like, this man is a superstar, bro. This shit, like they're so they have Jabari guarding. I would have double off of Lu Dort right here. Cause it's like as soon as his legs are like this, he's out of the play. He's burnt. And then and then he sends him flying right there. That's a bucket. All right, so I'm in here. Gets back to the left. That is a very difficult shot, man. But that's also good defense from Shea. Which again leads to what? Defense and offense, which is why OKC is the best team in the league. They turn their defense into offense immediately. That might have been a foul by KD. Maybe that's not a foul. Maybe Lu Dort just fell. Okay. And then Chet gets fouled again. Okay, so then here we have a 1 point game right here. I want to see this shot right here from Kaysen. I don't hate that shot. Same spot he hit a couple of possessions earlier. That's fine. I don't hate that. Go to the next plays here. Lu Dort foul KD right here. Yeah, that was completely a foul, which is why he gets the Lu Dort plays football allegations, because that is kind of out of pocket, you know? Shea 2-pointer right here. Let's see that. I remember this shot. This shot is like not talked about, but look at how fast he gets into this shot right here. Like, Ahmed has no idea he's pulling up for the shot. And by the time, like, look, Ahmed doesn't even get a jump at the shot until the very end. It's too late. His dominance of the mid-range speaks to his greatness, bro. He has their best POA defender on the team guarding him, and he just quickly gets to a spot. Because it is so lightning fast, you don't expect it coming, and it's up. That's why he's averaging 35 points a game, bro. Quick bucket. And then that leads into the, I believe, Sengun play right there. So, yeah. I do want to go, I think, to the Denver game for time, but I think the main takeaway has to be, even without J-Dub, OKC as a team still has great philosophy, which is why they haven't lost yet, and they're still the best team in the Western Conference. They need to get J-Dub back, because I do agree their team isn't as great without his handling on certain possessions. Marco, appreciate the sub. And that's the thing. So, like, you want to see more from them with that. But outside of that, let's move on into my team, Golden State. I'm going to go back to games here. I believe they play on the 23rd, I think. Yeah. I want to highlight a couple players for this one. To me, I think Kuminga and Will Richards matter a ton in this for me. How do I change the actual okay, players on court. Kuminga and Will Richards. I want to see those lineups. And then it starts with the fourth quarter, right? Yes, it does. And it goes to, it's out of order though. Oh, so you know what? I don't think Will Richard played that much in overtime. If I just choose Kuminga, and it goes to OT. So we'll keep Kuminga here for now. Actually, I probably shouldn't do it like this. Actually, hang on, because I don't want to miss the whole game. If I do Aaron Gordon's going to be there for like all the way to the end, I'm assuming. So that's quarter one. What about quarter four? Ito said, looking like the second best team in the West is so fun. I agree, bro. I agree. Yeah. They didn't have a great game versus Portland, but it was off back to back, and Portland is a pretty good defensive team. I wasn't surprised that they lost that game, to be quite honest with y'all. I don't like the way this is showing the matchup. So I'm gonna just go to the fourth quarter here. Yeah. That was tough for sure, man. Let's go to season segment period 4 and 5, and we'll just highlight all the film from that point on. It starts with this play here. So let's go here. I can agree with that, yeah. I don't want them to show rebound. I just want to see shots. How do you only get shots in the filter here? Action team. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on Golden State's offense. I think that'll make it go faster. Player involvement, action player involved, players assisted by, play characteristics. Okay, action type. What is that? Okay, got it here. So threes, twos, and we'll do free throws. Okay, I think this is a lot more efficient now. Let's see how this looks. I did not see that, KFB, but I'll be in tune though. All right, so we are going to pick this game up from the fourth quarter all the way to the end. The main thing we are looking for is how the Warriors offense looks against Denver. Now, keep in mind, Aaron Gordon has 50 points in his game off some crazy shots, but I think the biggest shift is how this team handles crunch time offense is what I really want to lock in on. All right, I got to be honest. Do I like this shot from B Pods right here? Let me see. It's open. I mean, they're playing drop. I actually don't hate that shot from B Pods. He just doesn't make it, which is sad because he often doesn't make those types of shots, which makes you not want him to take the shot, but it's open. So I feel kind of weird about it, you know? All right, so let's see here. So a Butler hands it off to Draymond here. He sets a ghost screen. Draymond throws the ball to Jimmy. I think that's the right pass to make. The only thing is when he comes up with it, he gets blocked, which is tough. Let me see what else happens here. Okay, next play here. So now we have the three-pointer. Wait a minute, he missed the shot? I don't think that was the right play, but it's cool. All right, I hate these shots. B-Pod's lack of shooting and slow reactions are what make him almost unusable for great basketball. It's not a problem. And a lot of it is because he can't blow by his first line of defense, if we're being real, right? Like, he can't get past Bruce Brown. And then the problem is he picks up his dribble so early. Like, see this right here? Look. Once again, just like I said in the Rockets film we just watched, the minute you pick up your dribble, the play is done. You either pass the ball or you shoot the ball. and he just doesn't make that shot. Now, that shot is tough because Bruce Brown actually recovers back to it pretty solid, but you also have Aaron Gordon in the direct line of sight. So that shot in general is harder to make. I think the better play here is now that you have and by the way, I'm sorry. Let's give some credit to, right? Kuminga did a good thing here. Right? As soon as BPOS does this, Kuminga is cutting in. You see that right there, right? What does that open up, chat? I'm gonna let y'all tell me. What does this Kuminga cut open up right here? Like, he shoots this, but this Will Richards shot is wide open in the corner. And that shot gets created from Kuminga cutting, making Jokic shift over to stop the cut with Aaron Gordon. And that's a wide open Will Richards 3. I'm going to save this for the pod. That's crazy. Update: the Hornets now say Brandon Miller's left shoulder injury rules him out tonight and warrants it. I figured that would happen. Okay. So we might be cooked. Hang on, chat. I got to make some adjustments in fantasy real quick. So I have Brandon Miller and I have Benedict Mathurin. Both of those players are hurt from yesterday. Both of them might not play, so I might be cooked for the week. We will see. I'll make an ad later. I want to get, I will say, through this fast. So let's keep going here. All right, so Curry is attacking the space here. This shot is open. I don't mind this shot. I also think Al Horford's wide open too. But again, Will Richard making the pass out is a good sign. I don't hate that shot. I think Kuminga needs to take that shot more because that shot's going to be there. He can make this shot even though he misses here. So I don't hate it per se. Okay, now this is a clip I got to download here. This shot right here, bro, this is what tells you how confident Will Richards in his basketball ability. That's a phenomenal pull-up shot, man. Keep in mind, rookie player in the fourth quarter, doesn't have guaranteed minutes, takes a shot like this against Denver to win the game. The fact that he just has the heart to shoot that speaks to how good he is. That's a crazy pull, man. Plus, he's making all of the other plays that matter, which builds him equity into even taking this shot in general. Because if he wasn't doing the other things, he wouldn't even get real minutes in the fourth quarter. This is something GP2 cannot ever in his life attempt to do. He can't. I can't lie. Christian Braun was getting cooked a lot in this film. That is a layup. Now, granted, that's not even terrible defense because he's technically still there, but Steph is just Steph. It is what it is, bro. Oh, yeah, Kerr loves him. I saw a clip where Kerr talked to Jimmy, and I think Jimmy said, hey, man, he gonna be nice. And Kerr agreed. So he likes him for sure. But I think this is the first player in a long time that Kerr likes that I like as well. So that's good. Like again, I'm sorry. Look at the Will Richard plays. This is a rookie player we're talking about making winning plays. Like he sees as soon as Jamal Murray bites on his drive, pass. But this again speaks to Jonathan Kuminga's activity, which I always say people don't give him enough credit for, right? AG shifts up here. Now, Potts cutting back this way does create space. But again, Kuminga actively cutting right here, he gets lost because Gordon is kind of ball watching up here, which leads to the wide open cut here, easy dunk. And the next play, we have a free throw from Kuminga because, of course, he misses the and ones. That's just a Warriors thing, you know? Agreed. Yes. 100% on that. So this is a Curry layup. Let's see how he got there. Curry, when guarded by Gordon, actually got to hit his shot pretty consistently. Now, this also speaks to Gifted is a fraud. It took him 1 hour to start. Yeah, to be fair, I was supposed to be live at 10, but I was tired. So I didn't. But moving forward, I should be targeting 10 o'clock on these types of days. But anyway, this is Jokic rim protection. Listen, all Jokic is going to do is he's going to swipe to make you think about not shooting the ball. But if you actually lay it up, he has nothing for you. That's bad defense. Yeah. Are we going to talk about post being useless and worse than look? I can't lie, bro. Post has been very disappointing to start. I know KB feels different, but he's mainly offensive, and even then, he's barely that good offensively. This shot's open. He could have made that. So, like, I don't hate that. Draymond 3. He airballs early shot, but again, that is makeable. And then Jimmy obviously doesn't make that either. Yeah. He just hasn't really been, I think, making shots like that. Are these all free throws? Yeah, they're all free throws. Okay. Curry 3. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Draymond quickly sets the screen. This is in an attempt to bring Jokic up more. And then Draymond rescreens here, which leads to Christian being stuck behind the play. And obviously, somehow, some way, even though Jokic was in front of the three-point line up here, he drops below the three-point line again. Like, bro, imagine taking this angle to guard Steph Curry. And then he jumps back, wide open 3. No contest. They routinely went after that over and over and over. But at the same time, that's a crazy shot pocket, you know? Now, chat, it was going to be a rough day if we lost this game because he did miss this layup. Is this makeable? Absolutely. Is it open? Actually, yes. But he did miss his layup. That was going to be tough for us, you know? Now, this is obviously shot of the game. I mean, this is just like, what is he doing? Comes off the screen. It like, look, bro, look at this shot. Like, he's right by the logo. Again, Jokic is deep as hell on Steph Curry. Like, and then Jamal Murray gets screened off. Big shot. Absolutely buckets, yeah. All right, so now we are in overtime. This is Kuminga, Al Horford, Draymond, Steph, and Jimmy. which, by the way, this lineup hasn't played together in practice at all yet. I don't hate the activity on the board. The initial shot, I didn't like that as much. I'll be honest with you. Why did we leave Aaron Gordon? So Kerr has this thing where when he has a philosophy, he sticks to it no matter how crazy things are going. Prime example, we're going to guard Jaylen Brown like he can't shoot. And even if he makes 8 threes at the beginning of the game, we're going to live with that. Yeah. So this is another Steph Curry 3. This 3 gives him 38 points in the game. And it's because Christian Brown is very late and gets screened. I want to start right here. So look, Brown, and this comes down to how locked in you are. Brown loses him for a second right here. And by the way, Steph is hilarious off ball because he loves to like go completely still and then out of nowhere burst action run. So like he lulls him to sleep right here by being still. And then immediately runs 3. Yeah. He was getting barbecued off ball. It's crazy how fast he does that. I don't necessarily love that floater when you're going to the right, kind of off balance. If anything, I wish he kind of dropped past it to Al Horford. I think that would have been a better play because Al could actually get this shot off because Jokic isn't going to be fast enough to guard. You can say that's makeable off glass. He's made that before. It does hit the glass. So look at this. Look at this. It does hit the glass. So that is a makeable bucket, but I do think there's an easier shot there. Yeah. This is our best lineup, but I would still start Pods. I mean, I hear you. Yeah. Bro, this is why I love Jimmy Butler so much, man. Right? So first off, he knows to cut in. Draymond trusts Jimmy. And then Jimmy immediately wastes no time hitting Al Horford. Now, here's my problem. Okay. Now, here's my problem with Jokic. If Jokic is going to be lazy, right, and not like come up, why do you not just stay attached to Al Horford and let this layup over him happen? Like, listen, even if Jimmy takes the layup, which, by the way, Jimmy's head is not even at the rim. Jimmy immediately is thinking to pass the ball, right? So if you're Jokic, why do you not just stay attached to Al Horford? It doesn't make much sense to me. Like he gives up a free 3 for no reason. I'm with you, Ito. Good score right there from Kuminga. And this is a play that a lot of people hate on, but this is his athleticism. Like, use it in transition. I think unlocking Kuminga in transition more is very beneficial for us. All right, so this is a Butler drive here. This Butler pass is so masterful. So he does have Al Horford here again. But the pass to Draymond is smart here because Jokic is coming up because, again, his eyes are focused on where the ball is. Instead of covering Draymond Green, who was soft floating. Now, that's a phenomenal dot right there in the paint. Which he blocks it, but it's goaltending, so really it's a bucket. Now, I want to go back to where Jokic is again. Because, again, a lot of fourth quarter and OT, they're just targeting where Jokic is routinely, bro. First off, he's off balance because of the Butler drive. And because that's his man, he's so focused on that drive. Now, here's what's hilarious to me, right? Look at where Aaron Gordon is, right? This is the gravity with Steph Curry I be talking about, right? Aaron Gordon just thinks Curry is going to be open. And I know he thinks this because look at how fast Aaron Gordon runs up. He thinks Steph is about to be wide open, and that's off of Jimmy's eyes. I'm gonna download this clip too. I'm gonna bring this up in the podcast we shoot tomorrow because that's crazy. Like, he thinks Steph must be open because of where Jimmy flicks his eyes to right here. So that 1 second leaves him to be off of Draymond. So Aaron Gordon is trying to get back, but Jimmy quickly throws the pass, which leads to a wide open layup. There's games within the game. And this leads into the dagger play from Jimmy, and that effectively seals the game right there. Okay, so yeah, that will conclude this film session. Overall, I do want to apologize for not having this stream available at 10. I was tired, but there's some other things I have to get to. I'm going to my first Pistons game this season at 3:30. I think we'll be live for one of the 9 o'clock games, either Portland versus the Clippers or Lakers Kings. If not, it's because I had work I had to do. I do have some actual channel uploads I need to work on to stay consistent, but we will be a lot better moving forward on next Sunday stream. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Appreciate basketball. Enjoy basketball. And that's it. Hang on. Fury said, wait. What's up, Fury? I'll wait for you, Fury. The Spurs, what time do the Spurs play? Because I might be at the game the same time they play. In like 50 minutes? No. I have some things I have to go do today, so unfortunately I won't be able to stream that. I'll probably watch it in the car, but I will be out and about, so I won't be watching that, sadly. But yeah, appreciate y'all.